This is database lecture number 2. I am your instructor Ali. So introduction. Relational database is software which are organized and process information in a similar way. MS Access is the good example of DBMS. You can create full-fledged database application using MS Access, or for more powerful you can combine database with a VB application or VC++. This is the MS Access open project. This is the startup form. Create a new database using client database or access database wizard, or open an existing file. This is the view of the MS Access open project or create new project. This is the database window in which you can create the table in design view or create a table using wizard or create table by entering data. And this is the side window objects in which you create tables, you create queries, you create forms, you create reports. These are the main things: tables, queries and forms. In tables are a fundamental container in which you can have records in that. Now I have shown you that you can create in a design view or wizard. Wizard will step you through creation of a table, or by entering data you just enter the data, and when the table is saved, generate field names will be given, like field 1, field 2. Now this is the main thing in a table format, table design view. First let's see this toolbar. This is the design data sheet or view toggle. This is the primary key marker over here in the table. You can mark the primary key from here, or you can click from here primary key. This is the indexes. We will discuss the indexes and later on. This is the insert row in the table or delete row from the table over here. This is the property window. Like this is the properties. You can click from over here. Properties will come out. This is the field builder. Like you create the field through this field builder. This is the DB window. DB this window over here. DB database window, which we see earlier in this. Or this is the DB window. And this is the new object. You create the new object through this. See, over here these are the properties of the table. In this you see field size, format, input mask, caption, default value, validation rule, validation text, required, allow zero line, index, or Unicode compression. We will see this later on in this slide. Field modeling. Like in the field name over here, this is the field name, this is the data type, this is the description. Field name you can give 64 characters in length, which may include spaces. Data type may be text, number, auto number, or data type. Over here you see this is auto number, it is text, this is data type. In the field properties, so this window over here you see this is the field properties window in the design view. You can see over here this is the field window, field properties window. Now data types. Access will prevent putting wrong data into a field, and storage space will be used more efficient when you give the data types. What are the main data types? This is the text, which is 255 characters per record. Number, you can give field size property to a byte or an integer. The number can be whole. Auto number automatically assign unique integer to the record. It is used for primary key. Memo is a 64,000 character field data type. You can enter 64,000 characters in it. Date time is several date time formats are available. Whole object is object linking and embedding, in which you can give sound, picture, or a Word document or Excel spreadsheet to embed or link to the database project. Now, data format. You see, we can give the format to the data. For here you see hash 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 comma for 1000 separators 0.0.0. This is the number format. In this, 0 is a placeholder that displays a digit, or 0 if there is none. You can see for here this is the comma, and you give this 0.0 2 decimal places. Over here, if you put format $sign in there, so dollar will come in this data. So you understand that it is a money thing, and you can currency thing, dollars. You understand this. When you put a percentage in there, so when you enter data, it multiplies by 100 and put percentage in the last. Now, data format. This is the text or memo format for that. For formatting, you can give @ dash @ so the number you give in this or will be displayed like this, or character or space. You see, in this, if you put and in this, and indicates optional character or space. When you give less than sign in a data format, it converts it to hello to lowercase. When you give greater than sign, it converts hello to uppercase. Add slash exclamation mark, it puts exclamation mark in the last. This slash adds character to the end. So you see, when you give this add semicolon no data enter, so what happens if there is no data available? So it puts no data entered in this field, or when data is available, it puts the data in this. Now, controlling data entry. For data entry, we use control the value of a record, set it in a specific format, similar to the format property, but instead display the format on the data sheet. Like in a telephone number, telenum data type text or number, the following input mask is specified, this. So by entering this attribute in a record, the blank field would look like this. So you understand that this is the telephone number. Now, input mask symbol. These are the symbols, digits 0 to 9, entry compulsory. When you put 0, this is entry compulsory. When you put 9, digit or space, entry optional. When you place hash, digit or space, optional, plus blank position appear as spaces. Capital letter L means that A to Z compulsory. Question mark letter A to Z optional. Capital letter A, letter or digit compulsory. In this, you digit can be entered. When a small a, letter or digit optional. And any character or space compulsory. C, any character or space optional. When you this put decimal, so this is the decimal point. For comma, this is the 1000 separators, and these are the date time formats symbols. Less than sign will all subsequent letters appear in lowercase. In greater than sign, all subsequent appears uppercase. Exclamation mark is input mask to display from right to left, reversing the default line. Controlling data entry. Now there are indexes. Why we use indexes? This is to access to query or sort record faster. We give index property, so you can sort it faster. If you put this property to yes, it means duplicates okay. Duplicates are not allowed, to prevent duplicates. Field validation rules specify requirements, change word or data entered. A customized message can be displaced when data is violating the rule setting is entered. Example, other than 0, to not allow 0 values in the record, or question mark to only all data string 3 characters in length. Now queries. Queries are usually developed for questions that are regularly asked. The answer to the query is a dynaset, short form of dynamic subset. So to distinguish between several queries, we have a select, which extracts the data from the table, parameters specific criteria to the query. Now range, select fields or records which contain a range of values. Group by across it summarizes the grid form in its rows and columns to chosen field. Actions like delete, update or append queries, or create new tables, make table. Now this is the queries in design view in Access. Show table, these are the table, these are the queries, these are the both. Now in this table query, and tables of your all tables will see over here, and in query tabs you can create the query. Now in design view, before developing a query, you can specify the type in design, like clicking query type. This is the button, you see, this is the query button over here. You can see over here. Structured query language was specifically developed to build complex queries, and you can create intersection and union through this. Now this is the generic syntax. You give the select field list, like field name, select name, address, from table like university, and this is the inner join. Inner join is used to join the two tables and show them where is the condition or criteria through which you can give like like and or in like. This we will see. And order by is for sorting the data by field or column. Now these are the forms. You see over here in Access, you have this form. This is the button. You put it inside, and this is the field view. You can give over here. This is the record sets, dynaset. You see. Now most of the properties of the form or controls are data aware. Now data binding is performed simply by record source property of the form to the appropriate table or query. You can binding the data through record source property. Each control can be data bound. Data bound means which data will come from the query or table. So you give the property control source its field name, right? Now this is the table form or query, and you can give over here this field, and you can give this field record source control source to this. And this is the example project. See, this is name, start date, end date, project value. When you click over here, the data will be changing this. Now in the next lecture we will see database programming. Thanks for your time.